Hey, nature photographers, it's your generally friendly OM system and Photo Pro ambassador. I am coming to you from Curitiba, Brazil, and I'm here visiting my fiance and having a great time. It is an incredible city, very European like, extremely clean, very different than any other South American city I've been in. Very different feel. Like if you just looked around, I look like most everybody here until they hear me speak or see my Texas close. So I'm having a great time. Today's video was originally going to be about my new 25 millimeter f1.2 lens and the 17 f1.8 version 2 lens. And I went to a market this morning, late morning. Easyana took me to this really amazing marketplace, like vegetables, fruits, nuts, some gifts, and other kinds of things. And it was just packed with people and amazing varieties of, old school butcher shop. Fish market, old school. I mean, it was just spectacular. And I took my OM-3, so my real first outing with the OM-3, and originally my video was going to be telling you about the lenses, but then stuff happened. And I knew that the topic for today's video needed to be very different. I've had several firsts the past few days. Yesterday, Easyana and I had a portrait photography session. I had never in my life booked one for myself. And I found some phenomenal photographers, and the rates down here are so ridiculously cheap. Most everything down here is very cheap compared to the US, so it's been really nice experience on that. And I'll be sharing some of those pictures online in my social media channels soon. I think we'll get them on Tuesday. But I want to let you know that today's video is going to be about my outing with the OM-3 and how everything didn't go well. You know, most YouTube videos and most YouTubers, they don't tell you about struggles and challenges and things like that. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you about how frustrated I was and why. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hello, my name is Lee Hoy, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Lee Hoy Photography. I'm an OM System Ambassador, Senior Workshop Instructor for Wildside Nature Tours. I'm a workshop instructor for precision camera and video, and a contributing author for the Journal of Wildlife Photography. Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how my photography outing went today. I had these grandiose visions of some really awesome shots of this beautiful market. So we headed down, and immediately, I mean, as soon as I started photographing, I had two persistent, continual challenges. I had others, but two, and I'm just going to be honest, I got pissed very quickly because I've mastered the OM-1. I've mastered the OM-1 Mark II. I don't even have to think about using those cameras. I am, just like many of you, a newbie when it comes to the OM-3. Now, I see people talk all the time about how they don't like something after a day, 4 hours, 3 weeks, and they get rid of it. I mean, right now, I don't like the OM-3, but it's not the OM-3's fault. It's me. It's not the camera. It's me. See, it's designed different than what I've mastered. And I'll share very specific some of the challenges I've had. Biggest one is buttons being in completely different locations. I mean, this camera is designed very differently. It's beautiful, it's very neo-traditional, it's classic in that sense. But that doesn't mean it's designed the same. I mean, honestly, as a wildlife guy, the ergonomics of the OM-1 and the OM-1 Mark II are hands down far superior to the ergonomics on this camera. But this camera was not designed for that. I mean, on a tripod, no big deal, not a challenge. But for me, on my first street photography outing with it, I struggled mightily, which should make many of you very happy to know that I'm in the same boat many of you find yourselves at times, because I'm having to master a new piece of gear. So I said that the buttons are in the different locations. The computational photography button on the back is about the exact same distance as the AF1 button on the OM-1 and the OM-1 Mark II from the side. I kept hitting the CP button, which enabled high-res shot, which we all know as soon as I press the shutter button, then I have to wait for that image to record. So Instead of acquiring focus, I was moving into high res mode. That's just a matter of training my thumb about the different locations. So here's the AF1 button and here's the CP button. Yes, the CB button is on that lever and I should feel it, but that is almost the exact location of the autofocus button on the OM-1 and the OM-1 Mark II, and I just do it instinctually, okay? So that was probably one of my biggest challenges so far, is dealing with that ergonomic design issue. I could not see myself using this body for wildlife. There's just no way. Even once I master it, I guess if I were forced or pressed into action, I do not see this being a wildlife body for me, maybe for some other people. And rock on. But I can see this being a great street, portrait, travel, night, landscape, camera, because on a tripod, it won't matter using a remote shutter. So another thing that kept happening, I kept looking for the joystick to move my autofocus point. That for me is a big swing and a miss on this body, is no joystick to quickly move my autofocus point. I'm going to have to adapt and find a faster way. I mean, I suppose the directional pad, but it is certainly, for my hands at least, not conveniently located for moving the autofocus point quickly. That, in terms of design, and again, let's be clear, this was not designed to replace an OM-1 or an OM-1 Mark II, so I'm not saying they did poorly. No. I'm talking about, where I live, you need four-wheel drive to go up switchbacks, and there are people that buy these little compact cars. Same thing, you're buying a car for the wrong purpose. This is not what I'm used to. I'm having to learn a different style camera body. So the frustration's natural. The point of this video isn't to tell you that the OM-3 is poor. I can't wait to master it to shoot it, okay? Let's be clear. I'm telling you the struggles that we all face when we deal with this, but I find that so many photographers don't understand this reality, okay? Now, another one that got me was when I was trying to shoot using the LCD monitor, is the LV or live view button is in an extremely different location. And that took getting used to, trying to find that button and get it pressed to go back and forth. Because otherwise I just have the super control panel up, which I don't know that that's really how I'm going to end up leaving this setup, is having the super control panel always showing, okay? Another struggle I had is, most of you have heard me talk about how I hate traditional camera straps. Well, this camera strap is special. I got this for my daughter and my grandkids. You see there it says Papster, and that's what my grandkids call me. It's a nice little leather strap, and it actually has really nice clips here. I don't know who made this. This is a very traditional style leather camera strap. And I wear it because it has a great deal of meaning to me. But in terms of functionality, see this, it's just in the way. See that? Even holding it like this then really hampers me. So again, street photography not being my main thing, portrait not being my main thing, I will probably find myself unclipping this. Of course, there's this black plastic clip on this attachment to the body right here that came loose. I mean, this kind of stuff just drives me nuts. I don't like obstacles in the way of capturing shots, but sentimentality-wise, I'm going to just learn to adapt to this because this has so much meaning to me. So I'm not setting myself up the most for success. If my livelihood relied purely on portrait or street photography or using this camera body, then yes, I would set it up this way. But that's what Papster is going to do, okay? Also, obviously, Eziana is a non-English speaking partner, and she, she doesn't understand photography yet, so she might move ahead, and I didn't want her getting frustrated waiting on me. And it's a very busy, tight, enclosed market, so normally I can operate very fast. Boom, I move my autofocus point. I can't move it quickly right now. And boom, I get a shot, and I'm out of the way. I mean... I felt just like a newbie. I mean, I went back to the days of when I first went to OM system from Canon. I mean, for 3 weeks, I was losing my mind, frustrated, because I was having to learn and adapt to a completely new camera structure and settings and menu. So, being a very busy marketplace, it would have been better to be an open air one. She's going to take me to downtown, I think, Monday afternoon, and then tomorrow There's a historic market on a cobblestone street. I'll be going there. So I'll have more room to work. I won't worry about holding people up. I'm very aware of people around me, and I don't like being an obstacle when I'm photographing. So I'll be back doing that a lot, and this camera will be in my hand even tomorrow. I mean, I could grab the OM-1 and head out there. I mean, the OM-1 Mark II that I brought, I could hop out there and not be frustrated in the least. But again, how would I master this body? So the point isn't just to go out and get great shots. The point is to start mastering this camera body so I can take portrait images, street, travel, night with it. If I don't master it, I'm not going to get any better at using it. So again, let me be clear. This is not a negative critique of the OM-3. I love it. I think it's a beautiful body. I think the images that I captured, I don't even know if I captured one, maybe two that I'll share with you in this video. I tell you what, if I did, here they are. So, but if not, just know that hopefully in the next couple of days I will. Very different camera body than the OM-1 and the OM-1 Mark II. That's not a critique of this body. I am doing this video to help you hopefully come to understanding that if you're frustrated and you're new to the OM-1, you're new to the OM-1 Mark II, you're new to the OM-3, you're new to the OM-5 Mark I or Mark II or the EM-10, you know, it's normal. Don't allow these to force you to some other gear or give up after a short time period. I'm going to work at this until I have it mastered, just like the other camera bodies. So what I hope is that this video is an encouragement for you in knowing that, hey, here I am, very adept at photography. The technical side, no problem. I mean, I knew what settings I need to get to, but using the new dials, it was funny. I wish it could have been in my head. I was frustrated with myself. I was angry that I kept hitting the CP button, just trying to retrain my brain for this body. Will it affect my ability to use my other camera bodies? No. It's just like, you know, if you had a stick shift car or learned how to drive a motorcycle and suddenly you have an automatic, or you go from an automatic vehicle to a motorcycle, it's just a different operating system. So let me encourage you. Allow the frustration to drive you to practice. You know, one thing I should have done, I should have shot this more back at home before I got here. That's what I tell other people to do. Unfortunately, I've been too busy writing my part 3 of my mentorship program, which I still have a few spaces. It is filling up. So my Texas Birds in Flight workshop is starting to fill up. I've got some people on my Big Bend landscape and wildlife in the winter. My mentorship programs, both part 1 and part 2 for September, they're getting filled up. So if you're thinking about joining them, please do. I promise you, it will be one of the best investments you make in your photography. Hey guys, Curitiba is awesome. Easy on it is incredible. And life is great, man. Even after a crappy outing, which was 100% my fault. I'll share those images. Hopefully you saw them earlier. And you guys go out there, get some visually compelling images. I'll see you next time.